To me, it felt like a pretty yang viewpoint. I didn't say wrong, I said yang. And if you've watched any of my other videos, you'll know that I love me a bit of yin to balance out all of the yang in the world. I do research and preparation for these videos, and it requires me spending a lot of time on the internet, which is also one of my favourite places in the world to hang out, so it's one of the perks of doing this work. And when I was researching self-discipline for this video, I saw the statement, "Whatever you can't control, controls you." And you can see there's a lot of truth in that statement. And yet, I recognised a nuance in that statement. And I think I've heard it before, but possibly in different contexts. For example, what you can't name and recognise controls you. Or if you spend time trying to control things that are outside of your control, they control you. But I was thinking about this in the context of self-discipline. And it's a compelling and tempting thought, isn't it? That if we could only control everything, then everything would be so much better. This, to me, is one of the most dangerous territories of healing and personal growth and self-help and even self-care. The agenda, even the subtle agenda, to do all of this work with the desired outcome of having more control. To me, having self-discipline with the agenda of having more control feels like a pretty yang viewpoint. Not wrong, yang. It makes perfect sense. Structure and control and a strong reason to focus on, to get you through the pain and the discomfort of hard times, to get results. It works. It's yang and it works. The word discipline is defined as the practice of training to obey rules or a code of behaviour and using punishment to correct disobedience. Good grief. It sounds dramatic. I want to be dramatic to keep you watching. But there's more than a grain of truth in it when you apply it to self-discipline. Us clever, crafty human folk, and certainly us women, do this to ourselves all the time. We train or practice in something, following a set of rules or behaviours outside of ourselves, maybe or maybe not designed by us, and we push ourselves through the pain to reach this thing and punish ourselves if we don't. Or threaten ourselves with punishment as part of the pushing. Whatever it might be. Let's say in work or the gym. That hellhole. It's effective, there's no doubt about that. But doesn't it seem kind of violent? And yet we celebrate doing it, and we hold it up there as a kind of state to aspire to. So I gave this some more time and space to see where I wanted to go with this. The thing about self-discipline that I can sign up to, and I think it might be some of the reason why a lot of people buy into it, is that consistency does pay off in the long run. This is possibly also where the less dramatic definitions of discipline come from, and that's possibly why practices like, let's say, meditation are called disciplines. They require consistent practice. Because not disciplining yourself doesn't mean slacking off. Consistency is effective, and while doing it, you can still be soft and gentle on yourself. So the word I found to be a more positive and inward-focused replacement for self-discipline, and something that I can get behind, is commitment. Where self-discipline is outward-focused, commitment comes from inside. No one, not even yourself I suppose, can force you to be committed. They, and you, can discipline you, but commitment comes from you. From your heart and soul, from your body. You're the empowered one. It's yours. Where self-discipline is telling you you should do this thing, as if we hadn't enough shoulds in the world already. Telling you you should do it even though you hate it with every fibre of your being, to reach a goal outside you, somewhere in the distance. Maybe yours, maybe not. Commitment is a choice to follow through in taking actions aligned with intentions. Intentions that live inside that same heart and soul and body. Yours. Commitment is softer, more empowered, less sergeant major. Where self-discipline is a forced practice to get through slumps of no motivation. Because commitment is on your terms. When motivation has dissolved, doing the thing anyway out of respect for a decision that you made seems a lot more pleasant than forcing yourself with a proverbial stick. And it still gets results, because there's no argument that consistency is golden. And on that note of those times when you're in a slump and have no motivation, check out this video where I talk some more about that.